Hello YouTubers, it's Travis. Welcome back to the channel. We're happy to have you here for another Innistrad Midnight Hunt Best of 3 draft on MTG Arena. Do you ever have a draft where after pack 1 you definitely know what colors you're in and there's no way you'd ever switch and swap out into something else and have a deck that was completely different by the end of the draft? Yeah, me too. I hope you enjoy today's draft. Alright, Aruni, what do we like here? I like Sun Gold Sentinel a good bit. I also like the Socialite and the Fang Blade. Yeah, that's the mostly protection one, if you have Coven. I mean, it's a 2-mana 3/2, which is pretty dang good. It's not the most powerful rare, whereas this is an incredibly powerful synergy card. And this is a card that's just pretty good. It's a Candle Guide with upside. Hard to argue there. But we'll take the rare, see where it takes us. If we're in white, we'll be very happy to have it. If we're not, we'll move along with our life. Now, there was a time where I would say we would need to take Candle Trap here, but I don't think we do. Word on the street is that Candle Trap is very bad, which means I can get them later and don't need to read them as a signal. So I could sort of see this pack coming down to Eaten Alive versus Gavany Dawn Guard. That doesn't matter anymore, Baldo. It really doesn't. And I would argue that it basically never has in Modern Limited. 20 years ago, maybe. Yeah, I'm taking the Dawn Guard here. I'm going to prioritize the uncommon. Because if white's open, we'll get a billion Candle Traps. And if it's not, I'll just move into whatever's open. Huh. Like, these are both very solid cards. So the reason I say that it doesn't matter, I may as well get this out here. Like, let's use it as a teaching opportunity and make everyone better at Magic. You need to read signals far more importantly than send them, especially if you're playing the dreaded best of 1. But at any point, reading signals will pay you off for 2 packs, whereas sending them will pay you off for 1 pack if the person you're sending them to reads them. Yeah, I think the Castaway is actually better here. I think it's pretty easily the best card there. I've been happy adjacent playing one of these. Foul Play's not bad, it's just not a reason to get into black. It's a replaceable 2-drop. There's nothing terribly exciting here. Let's take a Secrets of the Key and see where this goes. Okay. I was thinking there's some possibility we start looking at blue-red, because we really haven't seen any reason to be white. And this just kind of confirms it. There's 5 people that have looked at it and didn't want it. I was thinking about taking the blue-red card in the last pack. The problem is it isn't very good. Now here's where I get a little lost. Because we've just seen, hey, get into blue-red. And there's a really good card here for blue-red. But why is this Clear Shot still here? Because, like, if we found our archetype, I'm supposed to ignore it. But I can't ignore a 500th pick Clear Shot. I just can't. I think I'm blue. I think I'm blue-green. Oh, it's hard to tell, man. don't love the search party captain, but it's pretty fair too. Like, I just can't bloody tell what's open yet. Okay, red-green is what's open. Got it. It might just be blue-red after all. Because, like, this is the beginnings of a pretty medium blue-red deck. But I'm certainly getting cards for it. Like, obviously we need some spells. It's kind of a spells matter deck. But if we have to do something like this, this is still a pretty reasonable start to a deck, right? Like, even if I can't play the spells in the spells matter deck, I think I'm going to take Otherworldly Gaze with the idea that if I can get spells to work, we'll be happier with this. If I can't, I just won't play it, because we're certainly not going to be short playables. But it will be the first time I put this in a deck if I do it. I would need a ton of Disturb and Flashback and Spells Matters cards to want to run that. And then I guess we've still got Clear Shot if we open like a blue-green bomb or something. This thing's pretty good, right? 2/1 flyer with kicker. Sure. Like, I'm definitely blue. So here's where we think about blue-green. And I think strongly consider it. Because Clearshot and Sereth is probably better than our red currently. And I ain't giving up nothing. Like, the other side is, do we consider the Devoted Graft Keeper? And I don't think so. We've identified that green and red are open in this pod. So I'd like to get into green or red. Doesn't terribly surprise me to see something like this here. But we're obviously not shifting for that. We're in blue. I don't think the Channeler is very good. I'm going to take the Shadow Beast sighting. And we've got like a which of these two are we playing sort of deal. This one's a little tougher because I really like Electric Revelation. But the green-blue's looking a little bit better to me so far. This is scary, but I'm taking the counterspell. I don't always play counterspells, and I'd like to find some more instants to work with it. But I haven't entirely identified what my other color is yet. It's making me nervous. But I told somebody earlier, if you're not sure, just pick one. So I'm picking green. I think it looks a little better. This pack is like, yeah, dog, you picked the right thing. I don't hate it, it's just not a very good card. You can play it. It plays like a common. I think we got room for this little dude. Spiders are scary. Dude, I want to play more New World. Hey, there's our card advantage piece. That's nice. So with that and Secrets of the Key, I feel like, okay, we've actually got some card advantage in here. Now I wouldn't mind like a couple more removal spells, even if they're bad ones, like Trapped in the Cemetery would be fine here. I don't think I'd play Consider, but I think the Erratic or Eccentric Farmer would be quite good here. Because we've already got Gale Drifter, the Archivist, the Castaway. Hey, we even wheeled a Cemetery, which is what I wanted. I'm sort of tempted to take the other's Shadow Beast sighting anyway. We got a 2/1 with the green-black deck. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It makes the Farmer even better. And I think I can get one of those a lot later than... I understand that was incredibly late. It felt like a good time to see the blue card. It also felt like the Shadow Beast sighting shouldn't have still been there. Neither should that, but not for us. It was a tough pick. Not exciting to slam a Gale Drifter here, but probably what we're doing. Yeah, come on in, buddy. I think I'd like a Larder Zombie and a Falcon A-Bomb here. I saw that earlier today. This deck could certainly use the Larder Zombie. I think it might could use the Larder Zombie more than it can use the Falcon Abomination. Which seems a little crazy to me, but here we are. I kind of just want another Gale Drifter. Is there a mountain in space? One of the biggest mountains in our solar system is in Mars, right? Meh. So we pick a Bird Admirer here, get past another blue Assassinate, and we're good to go. I would like that. Sure, I'll take a Wilds. Removal isn't quite where I wanted it, but I did that to myself. We're going to have to pretend Geast Weave is removal. I don't like the hauler that much, Harriet. It's arbitrarily large, but that doesn't seem to be what this is about. It's a solid common, but I think blue-green just wants as many of these as it can get. I have some regrets about getting into the green now. Like, the red obviously would have been better as it's panned out, but we'll live. Hey, never mind. I got exactly what I wanted. We're good. Duel's probably better, though, eh? I think it is. I don't understand, Auntie. Why does Kirk need to climb a mountain in space or cook turkeys? I'm incredibly confused. I pride myself on generally knowing your references, but I don't know these. I might bring this in when we're on the play against some decks. I don't think this one wants to main deck it. I could be wrong, though. Let's think about it. This deck could use a combat trick in some scenarios, too. To get to the top? To get over the mountain? I'm really confused. Probably just cut Dissipate. I can get behind that. To hug the mountain, to envelop it. Ah, okay, okay. It's just a meme I don't know. It's a meme I don't know yet. I can work with this. Let's party. I don't know if I can watch that while streaming. Will you PM me that on Discord, somebody? Because I would definitely love to be aware of this meme. Yeah, just put that in the Discord, dude. We can all watch it and be educated. Because I knew Auntie was referencing something, but I didn't know what the heck it was. All right, let's win some magic. I would like to win some magic. I'm still surprised they didn't bring back Party for the D&D set. Hey, Jess? You're referencing two different things. Okay. Okay. Well, if you want to put the other one in there too, by all means feel free. Thank you, Tommy. Guess they don't want to block. I might be crazy, but this seems like a reasonable line to me. That sounds great, Jess. Thank you for the suggestion. Because everybody wants to see a cat licking its butt. Not really. We probably do need a Semulin emote though, eh? What's up, zombie? It's getting a little scary. Man, that's actually close to what I need, but not quite what I need. Yeah, we're almost dead. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted that clear shot a little earlier. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Wouldn't surprise me. The format's pretty fast. I could believe that you could get through 3 matches and not play 25 lands. Especially if you're winning. Or losing. Now that I think about it. The numbers don't lie. I don't know what that accomplishes a whole lot. But sure, we could have done that. It's really difficult to block this. I need to see if I can top deck something to kill Gissa. Yeah, maybe I should have kept the other one. Because I'm thinking this at least lets me get rid of Gissa. And it does. It's not terrible. It's a synergy piece. It certainly can be terrible, but it's situational. They don't make bad cards anymore. That was interesting, because I was dead if they'd killed the Gale Drifter, but they didn't. I think perhaps they're now realizing that, but no, they'd like to not win. which I'm super down. Oh, okay. I'm still, no, it's not a zombie. Why don't you want to win? I don't know why they don't want to win, but I want to win, so we're going to keep going. That'll do, pig. I think that was realizing... So I think I know what happened there, and I've done it too. They're like, okay, this artifact's annoying, let's kill it, and then afterwards look at the life total and go, oh crap. I've certainly been there. Yeah, and they may have also thought that the dragon always dealt 2 damage, and they probably played against so many blue-black decks that it always has, and they didn't know any better. Like, this is actually good enough to try to blow up. So, like, I'm almost like we could maybe use a return to nature here. I think I'm going to give it a go. Because I'd like for it to be sided in once during the course of this format. So here's my chance to get to do that. Meh. This one ain't pretty, but it's keeper. I think we play the forest first unless we draw another land, because I'd like to increase our shots at drawing another one. But I don't have a 2-drop anyway. Kind of have to now, though. Neat. I'm going to call foul play on that one. Miss a land drop. Get dead. That has been my experience with this format so far. So we would need to hit like a 2-drop to keep playing, I think, right? Because I can't play 2 spells otherwise. Yeah, sucks. Like, we got enough early game, we just didn't draw any of it. Hello. I forgot we had that, dude. It's going to be a 2-1 flyer here, which is fine. Some argument to hold it. I guess if we flood out, it could be a 3-2 flyer. Yeah, the observer probably wants to be in play with the clear shot in hand. So do I kill that? No, we hit a land drop if we can. Like, I ain't opposed to killing it. All right, let's get her going. Trying to decide if we want a secrets here or play out the 2-1 flyer, and I think it's play out the 2-1 flyer. Because I can do that, swing with both of them, and things get pretty interesting with defend the Celestis up. Yeah, I think we Air Force now. This is dead next turn. Or like one of them. It's not exactly what I plan to do with Defend the Celestis, but when an opportunity presents itself, you must take it. The fact that it made both of them lethal is what made that so appealing. That'll work. I need to double spell, which means we need to keep hitting lands. That'd be super swell to double spell. Really need to deal with that siege zombie, eh? It's a problem. Maybe blue-black is too strong. Certainly feels like it, doesn't it? I kind of have to try to just race them in the air because this is what I got. They have recognized that that's kind of what I have to do. Problem is I still need a bloody blocker this turn. Interesting they didn't ping me in response. I'm glad they didn't. Okay, we can build a new Air Force. Well, I suppose the good news is if they cast a diagraph, they can't entirely blow me out, right? Sure, I'll put it on there. Seems good. It would appear we can sort them. I'm kind of wondering about just passing this turn so that I can tap it. I don't think that's great, but it's where we are. Like, we got all this value, but I can't do anything with it. Yuck. I'll take not good enough for 500, Alex. Because we're dying. This is what it feels like to die. Not a fan. Interesting that 1-for-1 removal is so good against me. I kind of want to dissipate against that just so I can try to have something to do when they're holding up mana and I'm holding up mana. And it feels like the Shadow Beast sightings aren't really good enough. There's no way I'm using Defend the Celestis against that dag. It's tough to say, Brownie. It's tough to say. Like, I'm not sure which it was. Did they have a good draw, or is their deck just better? This thing's pretty good too. Continue to be impressed with the angler. Yeah, I try not to think of things like that. What gets me if I block with the Component Collector and the Gale Drifter? I can't think of anything. Geestwave? Geestwave doesn't get me here. Fading Hope and a Transform. Okay, yeah. Exactly those two cards. Like, that seems pretty good to me. I think. They've got an Eaten Alive in their hand. I think they thought there was no way I'd block. But after running through like what they could have, the answer was one, like a specific uncommon that we haven't seen in 2 games. This isn't the opponent that had that, right? The unsummon? I thought it was a previous opponent that had it. I think I'm still pretty happy with where this is. Draw blue, win the game is kind of what this hand is telling me. I'm willing to give that one a shot. Got 9 blue sources, plus the dude that goes fishing. And some double blues. That's fair. Neat. That's fun. Okay. So in the top 15 of our 9 blue source deck, there were 0. That is good to know. Still doesn't feel good when it happens, but it is what it is. If Magic had less variance, I'd never lose. So, gotta let the other players win somehow. It just kind of takes the wind out of your sails when you don't get to play. which could lead to people arguing that I should mull that, but that means I might get to play, but I have a significantly lower chance of winning. Now in this spot, it's even more fun because now we get to lose to them casting a counter spell, and that's really just Magic as Garfield intended. Go ahead. Flip that switch. And we can swoop. That's probably a more frustrating part. Like, I knew what they had. I knew we were dead. It kind of didn't matter if it was a removal spell or a counter spell, but the creature doesn't stay around, John. I don't necessarily think it's unbalanced or whatever. I think we just missed our land drops. It sucks, but if one of our lands had been blue, we'd have played a lot more Magic there. But we do kind of need both colors. Good evening, Frika. How do you say hello in, what do they speak in South Africa? Afrikaners? Afrikaans? Goi Nand? Whew. That's a lot of vowels. That's a lot of vowels. Huh, that's weird, Andy. I am not certain what this means. Hard G closer to German. G. What's a hard G? I don't know how to make it sound any harder. Yeah, I know it's very similar to Dutch. Hard G is like a J. Germ. Okay. Germ. Just struggle to say it, then it'll sound hard. I see what you did there. Yeah, that's the tough part, is that's a soft G for us. Well, I think it is. How the heck should I know? I barely speak English. Trying to spit on the floor and saying the G at the same time. That's a hard G. All right. Thank you, G. G. Like in Germany or Germ. I remembered. I didn't know ZA was for South Africa. I just remembered that you'd said you were from South Africa. This makes more sense. Thank you, Orcish. That's pretty great. I tend to remember where people are from and names and stuff. Don't be impressed by that. That's easy for me. It's not impressive. Oop. I shouldn't have cast that or popped that then, because they could have a discard too, but I'm being lazy because I think I've won. Some are easier than others. That's true. But I wonder if I was good in sales because it was easy for me to remember people's names, or if it was easy for me to remember people's names because I was in like. It is the eternal question, is it not? I still feel like they probably have a Midnight Herpaderp, but no, they wouldn't be dying like this if they had a Midnight Herpaderp. It's like, why did it put the other thing in? I don't like that they appear here instead of in the graveyard. I'd be fine if they appeared in both places, but... Blind, cold calls. I sold a product via phone to businesses that would require about 4 conversations over a month to sell. For Games Workshop, I did trade sales. And I sold employee recognition products. It's certainly convenient, and I like that. Hey, what's up, Brittany? Convenience is great. Huge fan of convenience. Hiya! I don't know what they up to. They do have entire stores that sell convenience. That is a fair point. I ain't really seen enough for us to like want to adjust much. So let's just send it back. Ah, 60 card deck over there. That's why it was hard to figure out what they're up to. She is quite literally my boss. She runs the esports team that I am on. They cast a duress, and it's going to be good. Look at that. Behold. Non-zero chance they're going to kill me. Yeah, but they took away the half that was important. It talks about degenerate gaming in my profile page, Farika, or at least it talks about our sponsors, which is really the most important part. Because there is no esports team without sponsors. This thing's gonna kill me. It's kind of a combo with the Unblinking Observer and Seraph, eh? See, so many things you could do. So really it works the same way that I work, and that predominantly I stream, and if you like what I do, you support it, and if you don't, you don't. Get back the duress. Thank you, Brittany. Are you prepared to see a combo? Are you prepared to see a combo, ladies and gentlemen? You are? All right. Behold, they didn't attack. I could tap it and give it death touch. And I think 3 people on the face of the earth would have noticed that. Sadly, our opponent is one of them. All right, let's get greedy. You cannot combo off when you're not wearing pants. Fair enough. Pew pew! Pew. Played a lot of New World over the weekend. We've really been enjoying it. I would love to stream more of it right now, but I don't think people particularly want to watch me play it, which is fine. I can teach you a lot about Magic. I can't really teach you nothing about New World. That's fair. I shouldn't say nobody. I should just say a lot of body. Yeah, this feels like go get them. The corner is turned. Let's kill them. Sure thing, Raptors. If you play Arena more than casually, and your goal is to get as many drafts for your dollar as possible, best of 3 is where it's at. That's it. That's all. That's the story. Lard or zombie? You know, tough decisions to be made. I kind of need to just make sure I don't die to something stupid here. Which I think I can do. Would love to hear what it was, Freak. Sadly, no, we don't have a Dorito in this deck. We just have the Mountain Dew zombie. Well, close, but you get a lot of gems back when you draft. Yeah, they kind of got wrecked there. And you get a free draft now and then sort of thing. I mean, I'll take it. I'm pretty good at getting 2-1s in this format. You spike a 3-0 every once in a while, you're good to go. But yeah, entry fee versus average cost is a part of that. And of course, a big thank you to my patrons. Thank you for supporting the work that I'm doing here on YouTube as well as on Twitch. If you would also like to become a patron, there's a link below to my Patreon. You can get your name up in lights at the end of the videos as well as get some other cool rewards. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.